I have enjoyed Bridges for the 20 years because the children at that age, fourth graders, are so nice to work with. And I have learned that we have a lot of similarities. We enjoy many of the same things, and we have some differences.
What was your favorite part about Bridges?
I like talking to the seniors and learning like how it was like when they were kids and how it's different now.
Yeah.
To come into the classroom and to see these kids, and they're wide-eyed and they're expectant and they're looking forward to it, and there's so much energy in there. And I like this age group because they're still kids at 9 and 10. But then when you ask them questions, they can get very serious and they have some really profound things to say sometime, and that's what I like best about it.
I think it's important for them to build that bridge between themselves and the past generations. We don't have any other way of doing that in schools. You know, the generations are separated more and more by culture, by social networking, by music, by what they learn and how they communicate. There's a big gulf between students and their parents, let alone between students and a generation beyond their parents. And we have no other way of addressing that issue and tapping that mine of wonderful information and experience.
Bridges has definitely helped academically and develop them as whole people. It's just a different way of learning about something completely different than they're learning about on a day-to-day, the reading, writing, arithmetic basics. It's learning about different people, different cultures, different histories. There's so many different pieces, as I said, that come together and just helps them see some different points of view.
Yes, I very much think that the seniors should get involved in Bridges because they will learn more about themselves as well as learning about children growing up now.
The kids get together with the seniors and they get to share their history, and same with us.
My father actually came from Norway, and he immigrated in 1922. He was actually born in 1892. So when he came over, he had, among other things, this little Norwegian songbook. So it's probably about 100 years old. The schools today are quite different than when I went to school, and most notably in what the kids are allowed to do. Like, we sat in desks that were fixed to the floor, and the teacher imparted the knowledge and we were supposed to impart it back. Now they work in groups, they have many different ways of learning, they can talk among themselves, they have group projects, so it's quite different, and I think they get a lot more out of it, and they're learning a lot more. They learn how to learn, they learn how to think.
Bridges is valuable because it gives an opportunity for the kids to initiate conversation with their own family members that are older and to ask questions, and it makes them very curious about their own culture and heritage and provides that framework so that they feel comfortable asking and know what to expect and aren't shy or intimidated by things they don't know about yet.
Also in the Bridges program, we have been lucky enough in our town to have grandparents, actual grandparents of the students, volunteer to come in, which the kids in the classroom get a hoot out of. Grandparents are very eager to get into the classroom, which is a rare opportunity. And so any times that they can volunteer or have a chance to come in and see their grandchildren in action is just, it's a wonderful time for them, and the kids really beam when the grandparents walk in.
It is so valuable for everybody involved, for the seniors, for the students, for the teachers, for the families, the grandparents. The students each week have to go home and interview their grandparents or their parents about their grandparents' experience. So it really strengthens family ties. We are more of a segregated communities. There's not a lot of opportunity to interact with people of different ages. And so Bridges provides that, and it provides such a positive environment to form those relationships that then those students and those seniors take with them and bring out for the rest of their lives.
When we go out into Sudbury and say we're driving around, and one time we saw two of my oldest daughter's seniors, and she saw them working at a traffic island doing the flowers, and she said, "Oh, those are my seniors." And then we saw them again at the parade, and I just love seeing them in town, and she recognizes them.
The children's attitudes about aging completely flip-flops. They come in and they say, "We're going to be working with seniors? Do you mean in high school?" You say, "No, you're going to be working with senior citizens." And then I kind of bring in the fact that a senior citizen isn't so old. And we talk about what is old. And at first the kids are like, they picture people with canes and people that are in nursing homes, and they just think old is old. And as we get to know these seniors and get to learn all these different lessons, they start to say, "Oh, old really isn't that old. One of my seniors ran a marathon. One of my seniors still teaches aerobics. One of my seniors does, cooks for other people." And I think it really changes their attitude as to what old means, which is really important in life, because we always look at old as somebody that's not doing well. And these kids start to see it as just a number. And it's very enlightening to them.
The program runs for 6 consecutive weeks. There is a preview lesson for both the students and the seniors that's done separately. And then about a month after the last of the 6 sessions, there's a reunion at the senior center for all the students and the senior volunteers. There are 8 seniors that go into each classroom, and they work in pairs with a small group of students, and that group and the pairs remain the same for all 6 weeks. So they really get to know each other.
It's only 6 weeks out of a semester, and it's the fastest time in the world, the fastest hour of the week, as I often say.
Bridges Together is a terrific community resource. It's a wonderful program that is able to unite the folks from the younger generation and bring them together with seniors to exchange perspectives. Seniors are able to afford a glimpse into the daily routines in the classrooms and to really develop an understanding and communicate to their peers what schools need. Children today don't always have the benefit of interacting frequently with their own grandparents or their own older family members. So Bridges Together gives them an opportunity to understand through that very close contact with older people what life used to be like.
Other seniors should participate because they get more out of it than they know. Because I think it really, in a way, helps keep you young. You see a kid's point of view. You are with in a school atmosphere again, and it's very enjoyable.